Hey, good evening. It's really awesome to have you guys here. My name is Daniel. I was a professional opera singer and beatboxer, and tonight we're going to be reacting to Stanin's The Hills cover by The Weeknd. So I'm really excited to listen to this. I listened to it once when it came out, but I don't remember how it goes. I don't really listen to The Weeknd, so I don't know the original song that well, and since I only heard this once when it was released, I don't remember how it goes in Terrace's cover of it. So I'm really excited just to revisit this, and I hope you guys are too. Something else that I want to comment on is I don't want people to think that I'm just focusing on Russian beatboxers. Like, I have put up River from France, Codfish from Australia, but, you know, I really love listening to Robin from France, Enemy from Italy, King Inertia and Volkada from the USA. You know, I love listening to the whole range of beatbox. It's just these guys are really pushing the boundaries of the scene right now, and I want to make sure I'm caught up with that. So I really appreciate y'all being so patient with me on this. I want to make sure that I get this uploaded, and I appreciate your kindness in that regard. So without further ado, let's just jump into it.
Yeah, man on the road, he doing promo. You said keep our business on the low. I'm just trying to get you out the friend zone, 'cause you look even better than the photos. Now send me the info. Need to dress attention, yeah.
Oh my god.
I was coming since your friend's home. Keep on trying to hide it, but your friends no. I only got your minutes. Five the only got that happened. Sorry, I only love it when you touch me. Fucked up to kill me.
Woo! Chills, dude.
You said eyes. You said eyes. Why you to judge? Why you to judge?
This is magic.
Hide your lies, girl. Hide your lies.
Oh, so smooth.
To trust only you. I only call you when it's five the only side. I only love it when you touch me. Help me. Yeah, I only call you when it's five the only I only love it when you touch me. Not feel me, but not
These combos.
yeah.
What? I felt like I just hit play. What? There's no way that was a few minutes. That was so amazing. It was actually vocal magic. I remember I got a comment saying it was really weird that I was both an opera singer and a beatboxer. And while I understand why, because it's not necessarily the most common thing, for me personally, it's not because I have such an intense love for classical music, even though I do really enjoy classical music. It's more because I have an immense fascination for human potential and the human voice in and of itself. If you're a child seeing a magician for the first time and he does pull a quarter out of the ear or cut somebody in half, you're just completely mesmerized and dazzled. You have no idea what he's doing, and the illusion is just so captivating. And beatboxing is the same way with me, where I listen to something and I'm just wondering, how was that done? How did you possibly create something so intricate and just master the absolute complexity that's needed to create something so masterful? So that's the reason why I love beatboxing so much as well, alongside other genres of music. But just listening to this, there's so many textures, and the combos he did were they just worked hand in hand together. Something that I like to think about is that results are just the byproducts of the routine, the daily rituals. So if you're creating something that's truly mesmerizing for others, you can't help but think of, at least for me, you can't help but think of what they do in their day-to-day to cultivate this level of proficiency. What is it that truly satisfies them as an artist? And how do they take that energy and translate that to not just their personal fulfillment, but to their audience's satisfaction, their audience's enjoyment? So I'm so excited to jump into this analysis. I can't wait to just take it apart. Let's do it. Just those opening sounds. This reverb is incredible. Just this echo chamber where you just put the right pedal down on the piano, you allow that echo to expand all the way through, which is why I think listening to beatbox with headphones is so necessary, because you get to hear all of these beautiful little intricacies and really get to appreciate the audio engineering as a whole. Even more than that, just hearing those sounds, just the or however he makes that really open, heady, airy sound. But you just, right off the bat, these first few sounds, immediately setting the tone, immediately creating that world, those textures. Oh, it's so good, dude.
Yeah, man on the heater in promo. You said keep our...
And his inward snare there, it's so breathy, just... But mine is more in my throat, whereas his is so forward. It's almost as though he's making that inward K with the front of his tongue, as opposed to releasing it from the back like I do and many other beatboxers do. It's just so forward, because that is definitely at the front part. Just the way he does his snare, I'm so puzzled by, and I love that. I love being confused by other beatboxers. It lets me sit down and reflect on what it is they're actually doing.
Business on the low. I'm just trying to get you out the friend zone, 'cause you look even better than the photos.
Just playing with his range there. It adds so much contrast already without really playing too much with dynamic, just already showing a lot of different textures, not just with different sounds, but with his voice in and of itself, which is a very lovely voice. So I love this. It's incredible.
'Cause you look even better than the photos.
Oh, it's so smooth. It just comes across so nice. Nice clean attack on it, but nothing too overwhelming. It just flows so well.
Send me the info.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's so smooth.
The info. Residential. Yeah.
Just those clips. Just stopping the sound with your tongue only to resume it right after and flow right into the following verse. Dude, it's these... it's so good, man. So amazingly arranged.
Send your friends home. Keep on trying to hide it, but your friends no. I only gon' get...
Just right when he started that verse, just doing that quick audible breath, and cutting off and then going into the verse. It's so atmospheric, and you feel that pull. He is in complete control of his audience and what his audience wants to feel in this arrangement. Incredible work.
But your friends, no. I only got you minutes. Five, the only got that.
What great audio engineering playing around with this. Yeah. Yeah, doing the lip roll into the throat bass, the like,
When you touch me, feel me.
Yeah, just the fact that he's pitching these lip rolls so incredibly well. Like pitching lip rolls is extremely difficult because you're not actually vocalizing anything. All you're doing is controlling your lip shape in tandem with the amount of air you're sucking in at one time. So if you were to do a really low lip roll, or in my case, just my lowest lip roll, you're opening up a lot of space and allowing the air to flow in at a moderate way. You're not slowly sucking in air, but you're not rapidly sucking in air. Just. But if I were to make something really rapid and really open, in comparison to, you know, there's a lot of difference in that. And if we were to do something very similar, but I were to close off the lip shape, it would sound much more like a zipper, like. So the way that you structure it is very high pitch, low pitch, but when you can specifically put a pitch on it in the line of a musical phrase, dude, that's exceptional skill and control. Incredible work here, man. Oh, it's so technical. It's just, and just those, the gargles there. So many different sounds and textures just coming to you all at one time. And then smooth. Oh. Nice reverbs. Just going from that open reverb into that really smooth bass. Like, I can't pitch it, but it's just so amazing, dude. Oh! So smooth. Oh, it's so breathy. Oh, so good, dude. Ugh. Great guitar.
To trust only you. I only.
Just to have that really slight sucker punch before he goes into that. I only. It's barely even audible, but it adds so much to the overall structure of it. Like, let's listen to that again.
Only you. I only call you when it's.
And that bass is just so heavy hitting. I can only do it on one pitch, that particular lip roll bass, but dude, it's so powerful and so heavy hitting, and it's such a good fit to lead in as this is the final bass of the piece, the final real surprise of it, where now that I've unveiled everything, now I'm going to give everything else for the rest of the piece a variation on everything that I've already introduced to you. We only have another 40 seconds of the piece, so now this is the real time to start playing around with everything that he's already cultivated, and man, this is so cool. Just the fact that he's shaking his body like that, you can feel the breath control. It's do but doing inward on a lip roll. I can't do it at all. But it's the idea of just being able to add a little bit of emphasis on each beat so you can still feel the meter. You can still feel each note as it's coming through, even if the note itself is just one particular sound. You just feel this momentum just constantly propelling you to the next cadence, and it's so well arranged. His sounds are so sharp. It's just coming in right on the beat. No drag, no rush, just the moment that a sound ends, it is crisp. It immediately ends and resumes right into the new cadence without a single step missed. So good, dude. Ah, what a great effect! He's the only beatboxer I know that does this, and my dad and I actually used to make that sound as a joke to each other, but we did it as like a pity cry, like where you just add some pressure to your mandible, your lower jaw, and you just allow it to flick on its own. It's not necessarily something you're mentally controlling where you're like, okay, mandible, go up, down really fast. It's, you just put pressure behind it and allow it to go. Very similar to a rolled R. It's not like you roll and flip every single R when you're rolling one. You just learn the technique and you just allow it to flow. And just making that sound is already like pretty challenging enough. As you can hear, it's not necessarily refined in my case. I hardly ever make the sound to begin with. But to do so on an F, where if you actually think about what an F is, it's just an expel of air, but with a very specific lip formation. And to be able to do that forced mandible action while making that F really smooth, really consistent, and have it flow like the rest of the pieces, incredible mastery over the sound. Incredible mastery. Dude, it's so clean. And that growth of the lip bass. Dude. Wow! Incredible, incredible. Yeah, just really amazing stuff, Terrace. Just, it was so smooth. The arrangement was so consistent. All of the sounds flowed so well into each other. Your different basses, like the entire piece itself had not the widest dynamic range, but it really doesn't need it because there's so much happening. You get these different textures on your lip rolls and basses. Just the way that you utilize just your natural voice and then add that hollow, open voice effect. It's so unique to your own style, and it's so incredible, dude. I know my vocabulary isn't necessarily extensive in terms of describing how intricate and stunning this piece is, but what more can I say? It really is just that great. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you guys want to ask me any questions, or if you guys just want to vibe, my live streams are Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So stop by, let's vibe, let's talk about ideas, philosophy, whatever, and I would really love the opportunity to meet all of you guys. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and if you didn't like it, go ahead and leave a dislike and let me know why in the comments. I do read all of the comments, so please know that your comments do not go unnoticed, even if I might not heart or reply to them. I really do appreciate all of you being here. It really does mean a lot to me, and I can't wait to see y'all in the next video. Have a great rest of your evening, everyone.